What's up, Overcome Army? And here is the message for Monday. Get out! That's right. It's Thanksgiving week, and I'm telling you to get out. And so many of you right off the bat are like, oh my God, what the heck is he talking about? Guys, here's the reality. We're rolling into the holidays. And in coordination with the holidays can be a really rough time. They can be a really stressful time. And I want to talk to you about I'm going to talk to you about a whole bunch of things coming together today. But the bottom line is your motto is going to be get out. And that's not what I'm telling you to tell your relatives or your friends that you invited over for Thanksgiving dinner that, after 24 hours of them being in your house for a 24 to 36 hour or 48 hour period of time, you're like, I have had enough. Nah, man, we gotta use that emotional leadership, obviously. No, get out has to do with our mindset, our emotional state. And guys, holidays are a tough time. They're a tough time for a lot of people. There's just an additional level of stress. I mean, I think about myself and the long-haired admiral already. For the last week, we have been planning Thanksgiving dinner. We're having my family come into town. I'm driving down to North Carolina to get my parents and driving them up here. That is a 8-hour round trip for me. So that's adding 16 hours to my week, which is worth it to me. I mean, I want to spend more time with my dad and my family. So for that, it's worth it. But no matter what, that adds an additional level of stress. And then we're going to have people in our house for 3 or 4 days, our family, over the holidays. We're going to be cooking this big meal, so we're figuring out what we need to cook. We've been buying stuff, several weeks in advance because there's the potentially supply chain issues where you're not able to get stuff at the grocery store. So, anyways, all these things add levels of stress. And then, guys, here's some individuals that are out there that, maybe they don't have family, or maybe they lost somebody this year, and they don't have they don't have a family that they're going to for Thanksgiving. So it just creates a level of stress. And what happens when we have stress? Well, stress leads to anxiety. We think about all these things, which then leads to the next phase, which typically is coping mechanisms as adults. So we do things, oftentimes alcohol seems to be the number one coping mechanism. It can be different types of drugs. It can be different types of behavior, which then can lead to isolation. We have a tendency to start pushing people away when we feel that way. And then that leads to depression, and that puts us on the X. And we don't want to do that, guys. So my message to you over this holiday season, as you roll out of Thanksgiving and we roll into the Christmas holidays, it's to get out. And that is get outside, guys. Get out and move your body. There's so much power in this. On Saturday, guys, I was so smoke checked from weeks and weeks of traveling and always having to be on. And guys, I'm a super positive person. I'd like to say I'm pretty much on all the time, but I am not. Believe it or not, I used to think I was definitely an extrovert, but I actually think I am a extrovert and introvert, if that makes sense. When I have an event and when I speak for people and I meet people and I spend hours and hours at a time, extroverts get a lot of energy from all that, and I don't. I am exhausted, after I've spoken and after I meet and interact and just raise levels of energy. And I'm not a super introverted person, but I need time alone after that kind of stuff. I need time to not say anything and be quiet and just digest everything that occurred, both the massive amount of energy that I put out and the energy that I received from everybody. And this weekend, after almost 12 weeks of that, I needed some downtime. And going out into the wild, man, going into our park here in the Hampton Roads area, Seashore State Park, with my buddy and my daughter and our pets, It's awesome, man. I needed that. And it made me think about how much healing there is in that, you know? And this now gets into the Pentagon and peak performance, guys. Number one, it's that physical level of physical leadership. Getting out moves this body, man. It gets the juices flowing, and that is healthy. It is healthy for your body. It is healthy for your mind. It is healthy for your emotions. It's healthy for your spirit. So, guys, when you are struggling over this holiday season, if you are struggling, get out, go for a walk, go do a workout, go do something, but do not just sit there, because when we sit there, we have a tendency, we go down that pattern, man. Stress leads to anxiety, which leads to potentially self-medicating. If you're self-medicating, very rarely do we get out. That leads to isolation, which leads to depression. And we don't want to go down that path. So, number two, getting out, moving our body, it helps with that emotional leadership. It gets our juices flowing. We know it releases good endorphins, and that will make you feel better. So getting out, number three builds both our mental and our emotional leadership. Number four, guys, social leadership. Get out and go find someone to spend some time with, man. Go, look up that old friend. Look up, maybe you have a relative that you have not connected with in a long time. Maybe it's time, and maybe there was some friction there and you've just been too proud to reach back out to them, man. Reach out to them. You know what? This life is so short. It can be gone in the blink of an eye. So, bury the hatchet and reach out and just say, hey, you know what? It's a holiday season. I know we've had some friction. I just want to reach out and say hi. Maybe we want to get together with them, man. Rebuild those bridges. Social leadership, our ability to interact with other people, our ability to talk. Human beings, we're social creatures, man. Doesn't mean you have to hang out all weekend with them. I mean, maybe a couple of hours is all you need, with a tasty beverage or whatever it is, man. But there's power in that. And then that last one, guys, is spiritual leadership. Getting out, both outside, into the wild, into the woods, seeing the sunset, sunrise. There's a spiritual component to it. Or getting out and maybe volunteer. Go down to the soup kitchen. There's going to be a lot of homeless people who are struggling over the holidays also. So maybe going down and doing something where you can support them. All these things. But the bottom line, guys, don't sit on that X. Get off that X, man. Get up and boom, get out. Get up and get out. That's going to be your motto. Movement is life. Movement is life. When we sit stagnant, whether it's in a gunfight or whether it's in our lives, that is the point where you start to get sucked down on the X. And that is the point. It's so difficult to get up and move forward. So you have to have a mindset of, I'm going to get off the X and I'm going to move. I'm going to get out. And if you can do that, it will do so much for you. So this Thanksgiving, have that mindset. If you start to struggle, maybe you're by yourself, get out, move that body. So it doesn't have to be anything big. I would highly recommend some sort of low-level workout or a walk, but you can ramp up from there. And then, obviously do those things. Look for somebody to connect with, your social leadership, and being outside builds that spiritual leadership. So that is my message for this holiday week, for this Thanksgiving. We are geared up. We're pretty excited. We are launching a whole new No Bad Days line. So this is one of the new products that's coming. It's the really nice champion, the really nice champion sweatshirt. And this thing's super warm. But all this stuff will go live this week, and we are doing a 25% Black Friday sale this weekend on all the products in our store. We also are launching the signups for the Point Man for Life Mastermind. So all that's going live this weekend. 25% off all that stuff rolling into the new year. So you can get your new No Bad Days line, which we got, man, we must have like 20 new products. I mean, I'm really excited. So that's what's happening. So definitely check that out. Go to our website, getoffx.com, and you can get your No Bad Days. You can get your No Bad Days products. And if any of you, maybe this is the first time you've ever followed me, or maybe you haven't read my book, or you don't know, but this idea of No Bad Days, it comes from, this is my skull that was taken from the CT scan after I was shot. And when I look at that skull, man, it just makes me feel how blessed I am. It's about perspective. I talk to people about that. And I'm just thankful to still be here. So I tell people, man, so many of us get wrapped around the axle about little mundane things. And we get sucked into that idea of, oh my God, I had a bad day. When it really was nothing. It was merely a schedule disruption. So I talk about there's no bad days, man. We have good days. We may have hard days and tough days, and that's what this says, but no bad days. If you wake up, it's a good day. And it's up to you to make it a great day. So that's what the No Bad Days line is about. And like I said, all that's going live this weekend. If you like what you're hearing, then, go on to YouTube and click that little subscribe button. I do Monday Muster every Monday, putting out positive content on leadership, on teamwork, on mindset. That is what we're about. So, and then if you're wondering what the Point Man for Life Mastermind, it is for individuals who are looking to define their mission, to understand their purpose. We get deep into what your values are, and how do we define our mission in this life so we can follow that mission, so we can set long-term and short-term goals, so we can assess risk, and then so we learn how to get off the X and find balance in our lives, so that we can be productive and we can be the professionals, we can be physically where we want to be, we can be the parents, we can be the spouse, we can be all the things that we want to be at the highest levels we have the ability to do. All right, I'm getting ready to hit my time. So that is Monday Muster for today. So your motto over this holiday season is to get out. That's right, get out and move that body. So get out and get off that X. Just get out. That's what it's about. All right, guys, happy Thanksgiving. And I'll see you guys on our store for Black Friday. I am out.